I'm only 2 weeks in. So
You're only 2 weeks in. You've done 5 episodes?
we've done,
Working too hard.
or this was the third. The 2 came out the first week, Mila and Chris Hardwick, then Jon Hamm, and then Joey King. Listen,
bullshit.
I have worked in this business a long time, so I'm calling some favors in. I'm cashing all my chips
Our
in.
actual first guest was his claim to fame was that he was on Nickelodeon Guts. That was the level we were at on our first guest.
I'm sure
You're
he was
getting Mila
lovely.
Kunis. He was a pretty good guest.
and I'm sure he was
He
a
won a
great
piece
guest.
of the aggro crag. So actually, until you have someone who has the aggro crag on, fuck off. But Jon Hamm, pretty decent.
He's fine. Jon Hamm reads you haven't listened to it yet, so you wouldn't know this, but there is something, you know that it's very hard to embarrass me. He does something on the podcast that I'm still recovering from.
Did he show you his dick? Because that's what would make me fall over. That thing is ridiculous.
I feel like I could handle that. I'd take that in.
Here's our clickbait, by the way, when we put this out.
Oh, God.
Andrea Savage says she can handle Jon Hamm's dick.
No.
We going viral,
God, no.
baby.
Oh, God, no. No, Jon Hamm, I mentioned that I just moved and I'd found all these old journals of mine. I'm like, I just read this entry of mine for the day after I had sex for the first time. And the journal was right next to me. And I was like, yeah. And I held it. And he was like, is that the journal? I was like, yeah. And he's like, let me read it.
Like a dramatic reading?
He
Wow,
did a
that's
reading
good teaser. I'm gonna
of
watch
my
that.
very earnest description of
talking
me
like-
losing my
like-
virginity.
Get out of town.
It is the most embarrassing. It starts with me going, well, I guess I'm not a virgin anymore. Like,
I would have.
so,
It's amazing you're still alive in here. I would have killed myself.
I honestly it's the most embarrassed I have ever been. The first time when it happened in the room, and I was like, Ham, you know that we're no longer friends now because
Yeah.
I can never look
But
at
it's
you.
kind of on you for even having that. Like you had to bring it up. You had to be like, hey, look at these journals.
Well, it just came up in conversation. Like it naturally came up about something, and then I edit them. I could have cut it out. I sat under my kitchen table with my headphones on, so embarrassed that I slid under my table. But it's so funny.
You have to put it out.
That I was like, I don't give a shit if I was stupid.
I think
It's
you
so
put it
funny.
either on your Instagram or your Twitter. There's definitely a picture of him sitting
With my mother?
crisscross applesauce.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
with a book open.
That's
Is that how
the
he's
journal.
sitting there reading it?
My
The book
God.
is the journal. He's crisscross applesauce in my home in a gravitas voice, replacing any names with his own. And
Well done, Jon Hamm.
there are some statements that are the most embarrassing. Like, it's literally like your worst nightmare.
Yeah, I mean,
But it
I
is
have never
really funny.
We have cut. I don't know, maybe like 2 things in 10 years because I feel like I'm just like a slave to it being funny.
Of course, me
But
too.
that would have been under head reconsideration.
It would have, if not that even in my horror embarrassment, I was like, this, it was making me laugh. So it's in there. So if you listen to the Jon Hamm one, for other reasons as well, but it is pretty fucking
That's
funny.
one of the better podcast promo.
Yeah.
That might beat
Jon Hamm
ours.
reading so you just have all your journals laying around?
No.
Have you kept a journal forever? Like, do you
Don't say no.
Yeah, what do you mean no? You just
I
told
just
me.
said that I just moved and I
Oh, I
found
missed
a
that
box
part.
of them.
I missed that part. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's
But
not
they
like I
like
just,
still exist. You're carrying them around from
yes,
home
from
to
home
home.
to home. Yeah, I
So
had
it's
found all
still
my
weird.
yearbooks and I found all my high school journals.
Are you a journaler? Like, do you
Not-
journal now?
I'd like to because I will say reading my high school, I have from like 9th grade to 12th grade, and I wrote a lot, like almost every day. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I've done so much stuff. Like even if I just chronicled like work stuff, I'm
I
like, I
know.
have all these stories that I don't remember anymore.
No, I know.
From like my
Yeah.
first
I've
jobs
thought
where I'm
about
like,
that.
what happened on the I remember Step Brothers, like some crazy stuff happened. What is it
I mean, I
again?
forget shit from like week to week,
Oh,
let alone
yeah.
year to year.
Yeah,
decade
I've
to
started
decade.
carrying like a small, not a journal, but like a notebook, just like jot things
I
down.
jot down.
But you know
ideas.
what?
And everyone's like, "Whoa, you're doing the Larry David." Like, Larry David doesn't have notebooks.
He doesn't fucking own
They're not for
notebooks.
him. Like, I keep like
Yeah.
a notebook in my back pocket, but I just got
I
a
do it in
book.
my notes on my phone.
I
now.
see. I don't. I have to actually write it. I don't.
What I do,
forget
I
to
do
look at
like
that.
shorthand, and then I don't remember what it means.
Yeah.
You know, I like
100%.
it's like like horse story. I'm like, I don't what? I don't fucking remember the horse story. I'm not sure.
That's when you made
But
love to
I
a
just
horse.
got a.
That was my first time.